This is me, about to spin the wheel that would decide my next hardest demon. I didn't know it at the time, but this was going to be my most painful experience yet. But how exactly did I even get here?
Oh my god! Oh my god! I beat Bloodbath! I beat Bloodbath!
You beat it?
Yeah!
Oh my god!
This was me beating Bloodbath, a level that weeks prior to this I could only dream of beating. It was my biggest achievement yet and was huge as what a jump from Poltergeist, my first insane demon. As big as this was for me, I just wasn't gonna stop there. That's why the next morning I gathered a list of extreme demons that I wanted to beat, and put them all on the randomizer wheel. This wheel puts stuff like Artifice, Succubin Hell, and also Blade Justice. That's one's gonna be important later. It also puts some ridiculous stuff like Exo, Yatagarasu, and even Zodiac. But then there were the middle ground ones that were doable, but I knew would take me some time, such as Black Blizzard, Crystal, Killbot, and the most recently added one, Artificial Ascent, which I had only put there because I had seen Siki streaming it that morning and it looked kinda fun. But now, it was time to spin. Anyways, that's how it all began. Progress was starting off strong, but it wouldn't take much time until I encountered my first obstacles. If you would ask me why this level took me so long, this would be my answer. These three parts might seem harmless at first, but do not underestimate them, as they are literal hell. First, let's talk about Zobros. Zobros is definitely the hardest part to learn. Being a short dual ship part that plays really awkwardly because of the intense amount of straight fly, which doesn't go well with the dual physics. This part is honestly garbage, yet it gets really consistent, which I still don't know why. Coming right after Zobros, we got Michigan, arguably the hardest part of the level, containing two major choke points, these blue orbs and this jump. On first impressions, it doesn't look that hard, until you realize that you have to land at the corner of the spike, which isn't a fake, but that's not even the hard part. You also have to do this jump, which most of the time doesn't even get you there because of the shit alignment. This is why Michigan is the hardest part of the level, not the orbs, but this, a stupid misalignment issue. Anyways, now, let's talk about the infamous blue orbs. So, if you're not familiar with GD hitboxes, you might think you can just spam here, but here's why that's not the case. These orbs are placed in such a way where if you click any of them too early, you won't reach the next ones. This is due to the hitboxes being so small, you have to click within the last available frames of each orbs to pass them. This is extremely difficult to get consistent with, so to practice it, I made myself a challenge where I copy pasted the orbs multiple times in a row. The rest of Michigan is pretty consistent, except for this jump, but yeah, that's Michigan. Now, for the last part of this trio, let's talk about Anthrax. Anthrax is like the shortest part of the level, and it's just shit, like it's not even hard, it's just inconsistent, but half of it is straight fly, so basically free except for 3 clicks. After practicing these parts a lot, it took me like 2 weeks to get them in a row. I went back to doing runs to 100. After getting 69 to 100 multiple times, I felt like I just had to get 35 to 100 and I would be ready to go run 0. Except that I wouldn't. There was another major choke point that I haven't talked about yet. This is, in my opinion, the hardest part of the level. It comes in very close with Michigan, because on one hand you got something way harder but early in the level, and on the other hand you got Abstract Dark, which starts at 58 that comes in right after a part so easy it acts like a build-up. So the nerves alone are enough to kill you instantly. You also barely ever get there because of how hard the first half of the level is. So there it was. Progress stopped, and I stopped playing for 3 weeks. The motivation was higher than ever. So I tried Cataclysm, but dropped it after getting 71, as I felt forced to continue playing Artificial Ascent. But then, something insane happened. I had passed Anthrax. As frustrated as I was and didn't get farther, I was relieved and felt motivated again to push even farther. So that's what I did. After getting 35 to 100, I felt like I was finally close to the end. And so, I started streaming on my channel, which by the way, you should definitely subscribe and join my Discord to not miss out on any future stream. Anyways, I ended up demolishing my previous records, getting past it 3 times and getting as far as 44.
Yes!
A week later, I would finally get to Abstract Dark, a total of 3 times on the same day. Now, I was sure it was just a matter of time till I beat it. Little did I know that the worst thing possible was about to happen. You see, at the time I had a cat named Bob. He was about 2 to 3 years old, and around May, he had his first epileptic seizure. This then led to his condition getting worse and worse, until it would take a turn in early November. His personality had completely changed by then, barely having enough energy to get out of bed or eat. That's when we learned his liver was failing. I lived in fear for multiple days, hoping that he would make it out alive. I started to feel emotionally overwhelmed, and so I had to take a break from artificial Ascent. I decided to beat something easier first, but before I did that, I just wanted one last session. And with that, I had temporarily dropped it to go for... I felt pretty good with it at first, getting the duel on day 1. But on November 15, 2023, something happened that absolutely killed my motivation to do basically anything. We were finally able to visit Bob, but after arriving there, we got the worst news possible. He had nearly untreatable cancer, and his liver had stopped completely, countering almost all possible treatments. Except chemo, which had a really low success rate, so would basically just be chemical torture. He only had about 2 painful weeks left to live, so knowing that his pain would only get worse, we decided to stop his suffering. My cat was gone. It was really hard for me at first, but what really helped me was the support from my family and friends. I barely played for the following weeks. I feel like we don't realize how much we need something until we don't have it anymore. After a while, I got back into Blade of Justice, quickly getting 48 to 100 and almost fluking the whole duel. Weeks later, I ended up getting 73. But then, progress stopped. Soon after, 2.2 finally came out, after 6 years of 2.1. This of course was hype for the entire community, and so drifted away my attention from Blade of Justice, as I was instead focusing on moon grinding. After getting back into the level though, I felt like I wasn't getting anywhere, so I dropped it to get back into Artificial Ascent. Little did I know, 2.2 absolutely ruined this level. So as you might know, 2.2 changed up physics, most notably the slopes physics, which broke a ton of old levels. Some became literally impossible, while others just got massive choke points. Unfortunately, Artificial Ascent was no exception. A previously buffer click at 49 became complete RNG. So, being the lazy idiot that I am, I decided not to go with the 2.1 private server and instead try to get 49 consistently. Since I knew this would take a while, I started streaming again, now with Level of West, since it was extremely boring to grind Artificial Ascent. I just want to thank everyone watching right now, and the people who were in these streams, cause y'all literally doubled my subs in one stream. Anyways, here are some stream highlights. What the fuck? What the fuck is big balls? These are actually huge balls though. What the fuck is that? Oh no, not Daddy Harder. Why is the name of Daddy Harder? What the heck is this? What the fuck is that? Hey yo, I can pick it up. What is this? Okay, yeah, I gotta play it then. This is such a good level. What the fuck is that? What is this? Oh my god, no. No, no, no. Big pencil gameplay. What is... What is this? Oh no, he learned about me playing it. Fire in the hole! And now, what really made me lose faith in the GD community? god, the build up. What's it gonna be? What the fuck was that though? What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? Needless to say, my chat was wild. Progress really wasn't happening though, so it began to feel like a chore again. On the 10th of February, this happened. After 4 months, I had finally gotten back to Abstract Dark. I felt like getting back in the grind, but then realized what was surely happening. For all this time, I was playing levels miles beyond my skill range. This caused me to play the game without having any fun. I then got diagnosed with depression. I just kept wondering, why? Why am I doing this? Is this all for ego? Is it even worth it? Should I give up? Of course, I can't exclusively blame the level for this, but it definitely had an impact. With all that though, any normal human being would have dropped it. Except, I have ego issues, so I didn't care whether it was healthy or not. Little did I know, everything would soon change forever. I was just scrolling on YouTube when I saw a pretty interesting video by Kai Guy. After watching it, I felt really hopeful. It basically gives you useful tips for improving at the game, but the real thing I was here for was this, Geometry Smash. A free GD community backed by Kai Guy meant to help you improve at the game with the use of courses such as the Pro Code 1.0, a 14D protocol whose goal is to help you master every aspect of the game. I had low hopes for it at first, but it actually helped me out a lot. During this protocol, there was a level I was grinding called Forbidden Isle. A green 1.9 cell entry extreme demon. In about 3 days, I ended up getting 96 on it, but then dropped it as it didn't really matter to me. And then, just as I thought it was over, something crazy happened. After 5 months, I had finally gotten a new best. Although it was only 30%, I knew it would mark the beginning of the end. It would soon all be over. Then it happened again. And again. And again. This was my most consistent day ever. Even after tying my bet 3 times, I knew I could get for again. So, that's what I did. I had passed Abstract Dark. This was genuinely unreal, but what happened next was definitely unexpected, all on the same weekend. And now, my dumbest run ever. Although 9 to 92 is basically just beating the level, I didn't get demotivated. and just kept pushing. Until, on April 1st, 2024, I would get my new best session. I kept wondering if this would finally be the day. But then, it finally happened.
What? Yes! Okay, let's go. What the fuck? What the fuck? Is this fucking weird? Oh my god.
This didn't feel real, it felt like a dream. So, what's next? For obvious reasons, I won't be doing a new hardest anytime soon, as it would just be stupid. At the time I'm writing this, I'm working on Sekup in Hell as the second hardest and third extreme demon. Editor Lixum here, I actually already beat it and also beat Cataclysm, all under 3 months. Anyways, I then plan on doing easy extremes, and demons just a little easier than my current hardest. I'll be streaming most of these, so if you want to see that, subscribe. This video took me way too long to make. It would genuinely help me out a ton. For my next hardest, I'm still unsure of what I'm gonna do, but I have a couple of levels in mind. Anyways, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. It genuinely means so much to me, and I hope to see you on my streams. With this said, goodbye.